Hello again, friends. Angry Ragtimer here. Welcome back to some more fun in Modeled Railroader. And we are here currently at Birdtown, the latest update to Birdtown. And we have quite a bit to do. So this is the latest version that has been updated by Rex. This is version, I think, 2.0.3. And if you didn't know, there's a lot of cars everywhere. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that needs to go to the interchange. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be delivered. We have stuff fouling yards. And it's just going to be a time and a half. So, and that's not even including all the stuff that's up at the top. So, we are in number 801, which is the H9 made by our friend Plague Doctor. And we're going to use that to do some organization here. Not sure how far we'll get, but we need to bring chaos to a close here. This little railroad needs to have organization and beauty to it. So that is going to be the plan. So yeah, we're going to clean up the Birdtown, which will also help us learn a little bit more about it. I know I've been doing some of these Railroader mod showcases. So let's take a quick look at Birdtown itself and just see what we got and all the stuff. So we have the AL Cook Coal Merchants, which is pretty much at the top of the hill. So that is a coal drop off there. We have Atlas Sulfuric Acid, which is also at the top of the hill here at Birdtown, with pyrite unloading. Bando's Cycles, which is down just where we were. So drop off cars of parts, comes out with other good things there. We have the brewery, which is a power plant, yeast unloading, grain unloading, glass bottle unloading, and then beer loading. So that is all good. We have the Birdtown Chocolate Factory at the top of the hill. So cocoa powder goes in, packed chocolate goes out. We have our engine service and our house track, which the house track is gasoline unloading, of all things. We have the Birdtown Iron Mine. So mining supplies go in, diesel fuel goes in, iron ore loads out. Then we have the Ela Bridge site, which we're going to head to real quick because I need to monitor where the hell this little locomotive is going. So obviously the bridge site is a normal thing here, but that actually allows us to get back to where we need to be. From there, Ela Farm Supply, still is the old farm supply, still that little spur off. We now have also the Ela Slaughterhouse, so livestock unloading goes in. And of course, then they'll go ahead and take care of that, and, food comes out. And then you have the second mod from Rex, which is the gold mine. So Birdtown itself has a few different things, and then the gold mine is also its own thing. Over at the gold mine, you have an engine facility. You have the gold mine itself, which has steel unloading, so steel gets unloaded. You unload supplies. You're going to unload gasoline for fuel. Unload explosives, and then you load up mine tailings and gold. So quite a bit here. Alongside that, you also have the grain supply, which is over here. We have a couple cars to pick up, so unload grain, load up your grain, or I guess, what cars are which? It's flour and then grain. Then you have the mail. Inbound mail goes in. Outbound mail goes out. You have the river supplies, which is going to be camping stuff. And then you also have wood processing, which needs pulpwood. We actually have pulpwood for it, so that'll be good. So yeah, that's a very quick overview. You could get the Birdtown mod on the Nexus page. I believe there's a version of that up there. And there's also, of course, on the Railroader Discord, which is usually where more of the updated stuff goes for Birdtown. And, of course, you could find it as well inside the Angry Ragtimer mod pack. Just join our Discord server, agree to the rules, become a trainman that way, and then there should be a thing that says mod pack, and you should be able to download that, have access to what the mod pack is. We update it every 2 to 3 weeks or so with stuff that we either find that could be updated or other things. So definitely go check it out, and a huge thank you to Rex and a few others who allowed us to see some of the stuff early that he's been working on. So Appreciate it, my friend. He's also the one who made the cabbage industry and the coal mine down at Thomas Valley. So with number 24 here, we're going to do a little bit more switching. I'm sorry, not 24. We're going 24 miles an hour. I am waking up as I record this video. But anyways, we are going to get a couple of cars pulled out here because we have a lot of cars we need to pull in. So right now we're trying to get all the loads out, bring the empties back. So let's see. We have a few cars over here. We got a lot of cars here that are pretty much... Oh, these are all done. Excellent. So yeah, cars go out, cars go in. We need to pick up these because we're going to basically start building an outbound train, which eventually we will then show off either in a video or in a stream at some point. So keep an eye on that coming up. But hopefully I don't immediately just ram myself right into a car and derail. But let's hope that everything goes smoothly here. Need to slow down just a little bit more. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. Go ahead, kick the brakes off here. And thankfully, these have more or less unloaded in the way I want them to. This one car's kind of a hold off. But we will actually leave that one here so I can continue to unload. And then we can get the string out, and then we'll grab those other ones here and be able to get out. We're going to basically build in the eastern yard here, the one that's currently being fouled. We're going to build an outbound train. That way, even if it's split across 3 or 4 tracks, all the outgoing loads to the interchange have a place to go. So we will get that done here. But for those who are looking for, I don't want to call it a complicated mod for the game, because it's certainly not complicated. It's just very much a switch puzzle, and something that, depending on what level you're at, you might be pulling your hair out a little bit. If you like that, then Birdtown is a great one. If you like solving puzzles, Birdtown is great for that. If you're somebody who's very basic, who says, I just want to run a train from place 1 to place 2 and not think about it, Birdtown may not be your cup of tea. And that's not a slam to the mod maker. That's just how the mod is, kind of. So, all right. Once again, don't slam into the train. Well, that worked, I guess. So let's go ahead, make sure all the glad hands are connected. And now it is. Now hit the RB. Release the consist. Kick the brakes off. Let the train charge back up. So we have a few cars that we can, just for the sake of ease, let's go ahead, cut these off. Put those over here. That way we've got a clean shot out with them. Because thankfully we got these 2 tracks. Then we have 2 storage tracks, if you will. And then if we clear all this out, that should make life a little bit easier for us. But the plan's going to be we drop these 3 cars off, pull those cars out, run around, and then we'll grab everything, tag them to the correct end of this train. And then we can sort everything over in the eastern yard, which, as I said, is currently being fouled by a few cars. Definitely not JSJ or Midland's fault. Not calling them out at all. But... has a little bit of stuff that could be cleaned up. But that's what we do on this railroad. We are the cleanup crew. I always feel like we always are the cleanup crew, but I digress. That just kind of is how it do be sometimes. Let's go ahead. Back up just a hair, and then we can get these other cars. And now that that is set, we can line our movement out. Alrighty, perfect. Was maybe a little bit faster of a giddy up there than I was expecting, but we ball. We live and learn. Okay. Well, now that that's done, let's go ahead, pull these cars out, and then we will Grab these, grab these. Then we only have a few other empties or stuff that's interchange bound to grab. We got that there. These I just dropped off on a recent stream. And then we do have one car back here, but I'm not sure if we want to go through the effort to get it. But you know what? If we're already grabbing cars, we might as well, you know? So we'll grab this one. Well, no, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. So it's only one car over there. It's not like it's a whole string. And I might eat my words by doing that, but you know, that's how it do be sometimes. All right, let's get these out of the way so we can run around them. And voila. And now with that done, the switches are aligned properly. Grab these cars and we'll go. We do have a Wabash diesel sitting over there. If you're wondering what that whining noise is, it's number 34. That has just been sitting over there, kind of just idling away. I wish there's a way to turn off diesels. Like you have to go like through a whole startup sequence. That would be cool. But I also shouldn't complain because what we got from Beeman GP, those G mods are quite nice. Alrighty. Let's get our little H9 moving here. H9, I did not anticipate ended up becoming a switcher, but it just kind of has by sheer happenstance, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is, and it is a good locomotive. So let's get that going here. Come on. As you can see, we have quite a bit that needs to go in. We got some more stuff for the power plants. We got stuff for the mail. And we're going to figure out how to arrange that. The only thing I would recommend, and this is not necessarily a criticism, it's just a thought, would be because of how much stuff you're bringing to Birdtown, if there was either a very small, like 3 or 4 track roundhouse or something to better store cars and locomotives here. Tracks we got plenty of for cars, but for locomotives it's just like, well, you have the top of the hill. That is a 2-car little thing, but that's it. So, you know. Down here, like, even as an offshoot, like over here, just have like a little 2-car thing. But then again, you also have that at the gold mine, so it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining because we have way too many engines and cars down here right now. That's probably what it just is, so. But, alright. So, I need to also make sure as we head out here that our switches are lined appropriately. Unfortunately, because of the way that the yard is set up, we're going to have to drop off most of the stream here. We're fouled here. We do have an outbound path there. But it's not quite conducive for a lot of stuff. Also, I'm going way too fast to do what I need to do. So, we may end up needing to use another locomotive to help move some stuff around, at least to give me a path. Which I think we're going to do, because I think there's a Jeep on this. We have so many mail cars, but the mail cars also fill up and exit quickly, usually. So, Rex has been tinkering with some of the stuff, I believe, so it has been a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and couple up here. Maybe slow down a little bit as we go back. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and charge up the train while we're here. We're going to quickly have this Wabash diesel move this cut up just a hair. Because it is fouling all sorts of stuff that I don't want it to foul. Okay, come on, train. Get out of the way. Get out of the way! Okay. That's all we need for right now. Go ahead and put that there. Get our steam locomotive. And let's go. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take all these outgoing loads out of here, cross over, and then we're going to start trying to make some sense of everything over here. We do have other empties or stuff we could grab, but this problem is whoever dropped this train off, not pointing fingers, it might have been me, but is fouling all of our yard tracks. So we need to get these couple of cars out of the way and then start building an outgoing. But I also want to try to get some of this other stuff arranged and just taken care of. Again, Birdtown is a very car-heavy mod. If you have a computer that doesn't have a lot of RAM or not a good processor, it is it's a lot. We've had JSJ try to play down here, and if it's loaded with stuff, then it is very, very, very difficult to work with. Your graphics are basically like a slideshow. But if you're cool, like me, and you have a good graphics card, then it's not as much of an issue. By the way, where the hell are some of the other trains on here? You know what? We're not going to worry about it. Today we're at Birdtown. We're not going to worry about anything else. The thing I am worried about is how quickly we are coming up to the back of this train. So, should be interesting. Let's see. We're going to probably unhitch at this boxcar and then move everything off to a second track. But we'll just kind of ease ourselves up to this train and get that going. Basically, I want to get the lower yard taken care of, and then if we need to build something that's going uphill, we will. Okay, so that's a hops car. So that's not even going to there. I guess it is a brewery car, but I need to just make some room. So we will be making room. You know, it does look very funny with a 24-car train with all of this going right now, but, you know. Okay, we're going to kick these. So let's get like 5 or 6 miles an hour going here. And then we're going to follow in on the next track over. So if these would just politely get out of the way. There we goes. We barely missed it. But that's what we do. We live dangerously down here. It's the suffering southern way. It really is. Okay. So I don't know if 19 cars will fit in this track, but we're going to see. We're going to keep one track open. That way we can actually get stuff going. I do want to clear out the yard of the stuff that's in there, which is mainly just brewery stuff anyways. Go ahead and put a handbrake on that. Head down here. And that's thankfully not fouling, so that's good. But yeah. See, this is what happens. Everyone thinks that, oh, whenever I stream or I play this, it's all fun and games. No, it's a lot of work. I work all day at my real-life train job, only to come home to play for my other train job, essentially. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the track there. And we might be in. It'll foul with a locomotive, but I'm not worried about that as much. Let's see if we go. Oh, yeah, we're in. We're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and tie this down. So let's go ahead, make sure we've got consist brakes on. And let's go. And you know what? Just so I have more room to bring cars out, I think I am going to grab these cars we just kicked. Because if they're all going to the brewing company, then that actually makes it easy because I want to get stuff over there anyways. So let's do that. Let's make sure that these switches are lined properly. Let's go past this switch. And then, as I said, we'll build stuff that'll have to go uphill to Upper Birdtown. While lower stuff, we'll just deal with lower stuff. And then that way we have a whole bunch of things that we can get ready to go. And I just noticed that one of our boxcars is PTSD. I sometimes feel like I have PTSD when I'm doing all this switching and stuff. Because it is a time. Okay. So, as we back down, we'll go ahead and get these cars on. And then, okay, we've got some hops unloading, malt unloading, grain unloading, and then the power plant. So that'll be, whoops. Perfect hitch. No problems at all. Not fast. Only good tempos and good speeds. So let's go ahead and get that going here. So as we back through, the plan's going to be basic. We're going to get all of this stuff dropped off, which we have more hops unloading, malt unloading. Is this all going to the same place, though? That's the question. So that's Tuskegee grain. This has more room for hoppers. So we're going to try to clear this up first. Then we'll get this train organized. Then we'll deal with this, and then we'll leave the other one, I guess, for last. And in the meanwhile, we'll see what outbounds we need to get ready to pull over to our yard over there. I think that's how I'm going to run this, is having that yard basically over there. Okay, as we come sliding through, so we got those two cars for there. That's there, that's there, that's there. Okay. Now let's see. This green train. Yes, yes, yes. That's a different spot. Yes, yes, yes. That's a different spot. That's a different spot. Okay. I'm just trying to think of how I can better organize and get stuff delivered. So what we're going to do is a multi-step process, which is very, very complicated. We're going to stop the big train. We're going to flick the switch. We are then going to move the big train forward. We're going to drop off the coal hoppers. And then we're going to build a train of all the stuff that's just going to the brewery. Take care of that. We may then go ahead and get the grain stuff moved around. And then deal with the next cut of cars. I almost feel like this yard needs to be longer, but given the size of everything, we don't have the space. So, I also have to remember, a lot of these curves are sharp. Rex is really fond of making sharp curves in little yards. I don't know why I had the whistle for that, because literally the road kind of ends mid-track, but, you know, it is what it is. So these two cars will go over there. We're then going to go ahead and get everything but those taken care of. Actually, we probably could take out most of everything except the green cars. I just need to appropriately switch it. So, first thing we're going to do, let's kick these cars once we have a little bit of speed. Let's make them go like 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. Okay, so we said that all of these up to those two are also bottle unloading. So let's go ahead and do that. Did I flick this switch back? No, I have not, but we will take care of that momentarily. And I just realized, even though we're about to couple in, I'm literally going to have to uncouple them again because of the force of the train. But, oh well. Let's go ahead. Handbrake. Cool, those are in. Let's go ahead and get these. See, all this game is, if you like puzzles, that's all it is. It's like your model railroad puzzle simulator. Okay. So it's 1 car of bottles here. And then 2 cars. Okay, and then the beer loading. Okay. Got it. We're good now. Just had to figure that out. Okay, this one we're going to leave. But the rest we're going to take with us. And let's see. Oh, there's just a lot of cars with glad hands not fully doing their thing. And then where was the other one? There it is. Okay. So beer loading is going to go on the other side. We have the glass bottles too. So what we're going to do is a very, again, multi-step. Hops unloading, glass bottle unloading. We're basically just building our train. We'll then have to drop it off on this track, run around, or this track, one of the two. Run around, grab it, and then we can shove it all into where it needs to go, which will be mucho goodo. So, let's see. All right, slam on the brakes. Train's got the shakes. All right, come on, train. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, nice and easy. Grab those cars. Damn right. All right. And then we'll go back and grab that there and that there. Run around and deliver them. And then we'll deal with those later. Again, I don't know what it is. This game, like, it's therapeutic to me. I know other people, it's like pulling hair out because you're like just moving cars all the time. I mean, that's what a railroad is. You're moving cars all the time. But I have tried to get some of my non-railroading friends to play this because I'm like, it's puzzles, it's, you know, simulation. And they like the concept of it. Maybe they're just being wimps. I think that's the answer. But let's get this going. This almost feels like it's Ragtimer's beer delivery service because all we're doing is getting the old cars out of the way and then allowing the brewery to make more beer, which I am all for making happen. So the Ragtimer Beer Company is in effect here at the thing. All right, we got our train. We're going to move forward because this cut is long enough that I might... it's going to foul something, I think. Unless I go the long way. But I think it'll work. So my plan is to drop it on this middle track. I don't know if it's going to give us longer train ability, though. So if we have it fouling a few switches, that way I can just go down. I might try that. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, put a 13-pound set on. Gonna go ahead, shove back. And those switches are set. We're not going to worry about the one car for the moment. We'll leave that. As long as we don't block that past that switch, we should be fine. And I think we'll be good. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think it'll work just the way we hope it will. Plus, we're also debt-free in this railroad, so no debt. We have all of our finances in order, no loans. We do have a few upgrades currently in progress, but that's neither here nor there. Feels good. That means if we need to buy another locomotive or if we have to do any upgrades or stuff, we've got it in the bank. Oh, and we're butter. This is fine. This is great. All right, Mr. HR Puffin Stuff. It's time to move forward. Also, I just realized the marker lines were correct. Now we're good. We are not messing around. We are just going for it. All right, the beer delivery company is in full effect. Okay. I have a feeling we have more grain cars in the middle of this cut, plus that's a lot of mail. Jesus, that's a lot of mail. So, we'll deal with that later. Alrighty. Get this cut back on here. And then this should make it very easy to do some switching. And actually, we probably can now. Now that we have a reason to go over there, just get that one car. And then also deal with the east car, I think that is. Something like that. And voila. And let's just go. Turn off the bell. Done with you, bell. Okay, so we first have all these darn grain cars and malt cars. So what's going to make the most sense is for us to just go straight back with them, drop them off, glass bottles, and then we should be able to just to drop off the other cars here for switching for beer loading. So we'll go ahead, we'll drop that off there. That way we can put new stuff and then switch them around a little bit better. It just also feels so strange to be switching with an H9. It's just such a big honking locomotive to do switching with. But hey, it works. And it actually works really well for Birdtown because you're going to need a powerful locomotive. Or several smaller locomotives to do what you need to do down here. Okay. Okay, and then this is... yeah, it's all the same stuff. Cool. I just had that moment of panic of I had switched this incorrectly and now had other stuff that was not correctly set. But apparently I am smart. SMRT. So we'll go ahead and get this all set up. It's okay, boys. We can keep making beer. I'm bringing the goods. Bringing the good stuff. We do have a lot of beer cars, though. Which I guess, depending on who you talk to, is either a good or a bad thing. Alright. And we're not going to kick these, because this has a lot of weight to it. So we're actually going to drop these off like a normal railroad would. I mean, they probably would kick too, but... at least in this case, they won't be kicking. Nice and gently here. We got plenty of room. Get all these cars taken care of here. Go ahead, put on about 5 or 6 pounds on the brakes. Start slowing down. I need to slow down more. Come on. Get them all the way in. Oh, that's butter. That's just like butter. Oh, it's like the perfect string too. Perfecto. All right, let's get the brakes here. Dump that. Put some handbrakes on that consist. And we got plenty of room for a few more cars too, so that's going to be great. We'll go ahead, throw the switch. Actually, no, we probably need it for an escape, so let's not arbitrarily throw switches. That makes no sense. Okay. Get these here, and then we got the one more. It is dangerous how steep that hill is. How steep is that again? That's flat. I guess we're too far away. But that's a hell of a grade. It's a hell of a short grade. Okay, let's get this taken care of here. Put 5 pounds on to start slowing us down. Can I eyeball it and make it work? I think I can. I think I can. Like a glove. Alright. And then this, I think we already set. Otherwise, I'm going to look very foolish. Yeah, looks like we're good. Wait, what? Did I goof? Did I goof? Oh, I'm an idiot. I was one car short. I mean, it's great that it got delivered, but now it's being undelivered. And this one I'm just going to kick. We're not going to deal with this. Ay. Here I was trying to be all fancy, like oh, got it right, everything's great. Frickin' shit. Kick this at like 10 miles an hour. Now we're going to put this back like we planned. You know what? I'm done. This is making angry rag timer angry. Take care of this last one here. Okay. Do not make the rag timer angry. Angry rag timer is dangerous when angry is angry. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and set that consist. And now we are going to get this last train organized. Well, it's going to make it. Alrighty. Perfect. That's in. And then we're going to kick this one. Because we can. And then what we're going to do, throw this once it's in. And we're going to grab these other two cars, throw them on front of them. So it'll actually make unloading and loading easier. full of beer are you? 66% full of beer. Well, you need to be 1,000% full of beer. That is the mood that the ragtimer is in. Alrighty, kick you in. And now, through the power of magic and just a little bit of physics, we have delivered the cars where they need to be delivered. And is that one? Yeah, it's a little close, but I guess that's just the model of it. Wait, is it off the rails? Stand by. Stand by. Did I derail? Yeah, I did. Ha. We good now. Now it clears. Now we're good. All right. So we've done it. We've delivered some beer. We've cleaned out a bit of the yard here. We still have quite a bit to... Rex. Look at this. Look at this crap. Get your crap together, man. All right. So we'll go ahead. Get this going. But we're going to leave it here for now. Now that we've made some good deliveries, made some good progress. Unfortunately, because of how massive Birdtown is, we have to do this in parts. So this will be part one, is the beer delivery. Next, we're going to continue to get the lower part organized, and then we'll probably end with the upper part before we get a big train going. So with that, we're going to get 801 out of here with this car, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.